Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Alps Panorama at the Northern Sea here in Farming Simulator 19. I've easily got enough. I'm going to take that up to an extra $250,000, like that. Right, that is fan-schmastic, because that means that I can actually buy that one. That is the one that I want. The fermenting silo, I'm also seriously considering buying that. Although we've got a load of silage up there at the moment, so I don't need to go and get any more just yet. However, let us not rule it out. Now, the only downside to this thing is that we need to be able to access both sides. You tip out on one side, and then you've got to load up on the other side. And that's the bit I don't like. Now, I could reverse under there, in which case I could poke that one over into the corner like that. So I can reverse under and I can load up, and that will work out all right. But I'm not just going to be able to drive through. Unfortunately, this fence doesn't give us that option. So I'd have to sort of put this one more in the middle, something like this, in order to be able to make that work. But I think that we can do it like this, and we can reverse in under the spout without too much trouble. So I'm going to try that. If it doesn't work very well, then we can always change things around afterwards. There's always that option for changing things around. So I'll come out of there a minute, and I'm just going to go to landscaping, because I just want to make sure that this here is all okay. It seems to be all okay. I don't want to mess with it unless I've absolutely got to. I'm going to bring that right down like that. I'm not seeing any movement on there. So instead, what I'm going to... Oh, that's stuck out over the edge there. Right through the fence. That's not good. I don't like the way that looks, but I can't sell it and then undo it, because I'll end up losing a boatload of money. Oh, or can I? No. I know that the tractor has stopped, and I will go back to that in a second. No, I want to go, yeah, this one, back out of it. Not back. I need to go here so that I can go, this is the garage that I want to go to. It's not leased items. I just want to scroll through like this and find the one that I've only just bought. And see if it's still offering me full... No, it's not. 97,000. It's not offering me full price on that. I was hoping that it might offer me full price, in which case I could just sell it, but it's not. So we can't do that. So we're going to have to leave it as it is, with that bit over there. So we'll go back to this one, and I will go to landscaping over here, and then we press C to change... No, I don't want to change the shape. It's X to change the mode. And then tab changes us over to grass, like that. And that's a dark grass there. So I can go to the muddy grass. That's all we got. Is that, which I don't want. And then there's a grass texture there. And I'm going to use that grass texture here. Like that. There, just to fill that bit in. There. I think that'll be alright. Okay, so yes, it is unfortunate it's hanging out over the end there, but I think that'll be alright. And then we've got our feeder over here. So let's come out of that. We'll take a little mosey on over this way, and we'll have a look. We got $62,000 left. If we do need another mixed feeder, then we will make one. If I press F1 like this, you can see we've got inputs for grass, straw, and silage. That's either fresh grass or hay. You can put in either of them. So the silage will go in here. And then you have that one, and then you have the other one, and then we come over this side, and we get the total mixed ration come out here on the output. So we want to start mixing that stuff up pretty quickly. I'm going to go there like that. Now, I was told there is a way... Oh. Yeah, right. If I press the right-click button like that, that lets me, it releases the cursor, and that is on course play. And then I can come over here, and I can click on, if I look over there, I can click on that tractor. If I click on the little symbol there, and that jumps me straight to the tractor. That's a really cool little feature. I had no clue about that whatsoever. As somebody said in the last episode about that, I thought, well, that's a very, very cool little feature. I'm actually just going to leave the tractor here for now. I'm not going to do anything with it because we don't have any slurry that we can go and use, really. And I suppose we could take it back to the yard. There's no harm in taking it back to the yard. When we do get a little bit more slurry, we can always come out and we can put a bit more in. I don't know if it will allow us to cultivate if the temperature is below freezing. It may not. I know that putting the slurry out on the fields in the winter is actually a very realistic thing to go and do. It's something that farmers all over the world, well, I say all over the world, anywhere that there is freezing temperatures, farmers will do that. They will put the slurry out on the fields in the harshest depths of winter because the ground is frozen, so you're not going to sink in. If it's a muddy spring, you're going to sink up to your axles in mud, whereas if the ground is frozen solid, you can get out and you can spread the slurry right across the field, and then when it all muddies up a bit later on, everything is all tickety-boo because the slurry is already on top of the mud, and then it can all sort of just blend in into this kind of thick, nutrient-rich soup. Which you don't want to take a tractor anywhere near, ever, at any point. Right. We need to make our own soup now. It's really more of a dry, more of a dry mix. So, we're going to make the cows our very own version of Bombay mix. That's what we're going to do. We're going to go into here, and I'm going to put the plough away. Although the plough does need washing. Probably do with, I was going to say cleaning, but not cleaning so much as doing this. So let's put you over there, out of the way a second, and I'm going to use Ducky's tractor today. I'm going to unhitch that one there, and I'm going to take Ducky's tractor over this way. I've got a Fendt attached to the trailer that I wanted. Well, I've got one trailer there. That one's got straw in it. Or it did have straw in it. Did I get it? Did I have straw in that one? Oh no, there's straw in the mixer wagon over there. I've got to make sure I put that. That is undercover, isn't it? Right, we've got straw in the mixer wagon. And then, so that trailer over there is empty. And I'm going to use it. I want to use Ducky's tractor today. So this one over here, I'll just unhitch that one a minute. This trailer here, we can use this for doing most of the mixing, I'm hoping. It may or may not work. We will wait and see. So let's leave that one there, and then we can jump over here. We will get that one hooked on. The only thing I'm thinking about is how are we going to load the silage from the clamp? Because the straw and the hay, that's going to be easy. We just go and grab it. I've got bales at the moment. Oh, that's a point. How are we going to do the bales? Can I put the bales over in there? Let's go and have a look. If I can drop the bales on there and then they get put into storage, that's going to compact the bales a lot more easily. Although, failing that... Oh, it's over here. I walked right past it. Failing that, what we can do is we can put the bales into... You don't have your thingy yet, do you? Would you like to pay $15 to install a new pipeline? Yes, I would. Right. Very cheap, that pipeline. The other pipeline, although we got to pay quite a bit for the water, so I think it does offset the costs. I'm going to go over to you, and I'm going to pick up 3 bales of straw right there. You can take those 3 bales of straw. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to see if the bales of straw can just drop into the feeder thingy-majiggy. Not the feeder, into the silo. So if we can drop them in there, that's quite easy. We just got to ferry them over and dump them in. If we can't do that, if we can only pour loose straw in here, then we'll just have to feed the bales in one at a time. It's quite steep climbing up that bit compared to other slopes. Right. That's... Okay, that's not an option. We can't just dump them in there, which means... I got the hiccups again. Which means that bales of straw... Yeah, that is very steep there. I might actually do something with the landscaping just to smooth that out a little bit on there. Straw goes into the middle one. I bring straw into here. There we go. 24,000. Now we go in and we have a look and we see... Right, that is just 4% in there. Just 4%. Now... I can do this with an auto-load trailer. I could bring an auto-load trailer over and I'll be able to do that and we'll be able to run the whole lot in. I do need to keep some hay, although actually it doesn't matter. I can just get rid of all that hay, and we can do it like that. Right. We have a plan, ladies and gentlemen. We have a plan for how this is going to pan out. You are going to stay there, spikes up in the air in the most dangerous possible way that I can think of, just because, yeah, why not? And then I'm going to move this tractor out of the way, because otherwise it's going to be in the way, and I don't want that. So you're going to park over there, out of the way. And I've got a lot of tidying up to do in his yard through the rest of winter. You are running. Now, this particular trailer, I don't need it to do anything at the moment. It's got no special purpose. So you're going to come over here, and I'm going to leave you parked right up on top of there. And I'm not going to worry about you. So what am I going to do about the silage? I want something that will load it up quickly. We've got... Actually, we do have, I believe, a milling machine that we could use. Do we have the classic milling machine? There's belt systems here that we can use, but these things are painfully slow and known for it. Miscellaneous over this side, I've got that one right there, the milling machine. Now, this one, we can drop that onto the front of the silage clamp, and it will blow silage into the trailer. It's not particularly fast, which is why I was wondering if I don't think we've got any other options, unfortunately. I think that is going to be about it. So we will bring you back this way, like that. And then we will take you up this way, and I'm just going to drive into that shed, and I'm going to gather up bales as I go in. That's all I'm going to do. We've mostly got straw in here. There is a little bit of hay, but it is almost all straw in here. So if I press U, it is loading now. I'll bring that back in there like that. The key to this is going to be getting close enough that I can get some of this loaded and then get out of here again. The difficulty is going to be getting out, because as you can see, that's not really wanting to happen. Oh, I can bring that round like that. I wonder if I can reverse it in and get some... I think I can, actually. Can reverse it in and get some straw on there as well. There we go, like that. Right, that's excellent. So there's the first bit. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to unload it onto the trailer like that. We'll put the straps on. And then I'm going to drive through those 3 bits over there. Now, unfortunately, I think we've got this the wrong way. This is not going to be easy doing it like this, with the bales at least. This is just the bales, I think, that we're going to have trouble with. The rest of it, I think, will be fine, but because I'm not able to drive in a straight line through this, I'm going to regret it as far as bales are concerned. Not that it really allows me to do anything with them anyway, so what we're going to do instead is... I'm going to reverse this trailer up this way. Oops, too far. Like that. And I go load the bales on. And then go like that. And then bring it back round like this. Round a bit more. And we'll go to there. Right, and then if I press Y, I've got some bales have been loaded onto there, but not very many. Do I need to go and give them a poke or something? What's going on here? Why aren't you loading up? You should be loading up. You've only got 8,000. You've only got 8,000. You certainly don't have anything in there. I guess what I could do is that, and then stop that, and then do that again, and then do that. So that they're sort of dancing around a little bit. It's not going to work very well, is it? Right. Plan B. The trailer thing doesn't work very well. At least I can move, you know, a reasonable bulk of these over in one go using this particular method. So we will get another bulk of these, and then I can just sort of shuffle them around a little bit using the telehandler. So that's going to be plan B, is we're going to do a bit of the work using the telehandler and hope that that will be sufficient. So if I bring you in here, and I grab these bales like this, there we go. Like that, and then I want to squeeze in through this way. This is where it's getting a bit more difficult. I'd like to be able to get through that bit there, if I can. Go on, Ducky's tractor. I thought you were made of sterner stuff. I've heard nothing but praise for this tractor, and it looks like it's failed at the first hurdle. Look at that. Probably because I'm trying to drive over all of the bale. There we go. I've got a bit of room there now. We're able to get through. Let me just turn it around a little bit, and we're away. Okay. I will unload that onto the trailer like that, and then we'll strap it down just to move it. And I'll go over like this. No, 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 no! Oh! No! No! Okay, how that didn't fall off. I will never know. I will never know how that didn't fall off just then. That was a little bit crazy. It worked. It's fine. We got it here. That's the important thing. And even more important, nobody died. That's the only thing that we really need to focus on here, is that we all made it out alive. So let us never speak of the incident again. Moving on, let's go over and we'll grab this one. So we'll shunt things around a little bit, and we'll see if we can get them loaded up. So then the next thing that we want to do is we want to get silage from over in the clamp, and we want to bring that over this side and get it tipped in here. Then, once we've done all of that, then we're just moving the mixed feed. And moving the mixed feed around, that's going to be the easy bit. So, why aren't you putting the straw in? Is it because I've got mixed bales here? Does it not like the fact that I've got mixed bales? Or is it because I've got straw on here? I'm wondering if it's because of the mixed bales. So, let's just do this. I'm sort of also thinking that maybe we just need to stir them around a little bit, because I got straw on this side, but it's all hay on the inside in there. So if I bring you over this way, and I dump the hay down there like that, and then this bale of straw right here, is that close enough there? I can't do it. Well, it can't do anything with it on the spikes. Doesn't like being on the spikes. Yeah, it's not going to do anything anyway. So I will have to just remove this lot there, and do that. Pick them up like this. If I handle these a little bit more sensibly than I have been with some of the stuff, we'll be able to just shove those straight in a bit. So if I go like that there, and just tip that, leave those right there. Then I've got these bales of straw that will go into the middle one. And then the outside one we're not going to really worry about. So once we've sort of changed from this, we'll be... There we go. That's what they needed. It was in the wrong place. Right, that's fine. This we can cope with. So I go over to you. And I bring that straw back as well. And then I bring that over, so the straw will soon disappear. And I put that in there like that. So I've got over 100,000 litres in there now. And then I put that down there. I was about to say C and said things at the same time. That's why it came out as things are looking better. Let's get you. Oops, too high. There we go. And I'll dump that one down over there. Then I've got a little bit more hay. And then I could go and get that big stack. Maybe I'll do something right. That's saying 120,000 litres. What is that on the percentages? Not even close to full. This is incredible. It really does take an awful lot of stuff, doesn't it? Right. I'll put some of these bales in, but then I'm going to stop with the hay for a second, because we want to go and get some silage and actually start the thing mixing, because I don't know at what speed it turns the silage and straw and hay and all the rest of it into actual useful feed. So if we just leave that there a minute, like that, and I stop you, then we're going to need to go over to the shop to get something. Oops, yeah. We're going to need to run over to the shop. We're going to need to grab some stuff. Do I have a front mower? I should have it. Yes, I have got front links. Right. We will take Ducky's tractor. We will just bring the trailer around over to here for a minute, and then that one can be unhitched there. I'm going to run off and get from the shop one of those milling machines, but what I'm also going to get is, well, I'm wondering if I should. That hasn't really moved over there on that hill. That's what I wanted to double check. What I'm wondering is whether or not I should get another trailer. I've got the one trailer. We've got the mixed feed wagon, which we're basically using for just straw. And we'll keep that one assigned to just straw. So I'm wondering about the other one. Well, I think one would be enough, because I can just do one load at a time. Once we, I mean, I'll actually be able to do a couple of loads. So I think that one will be enough. I don't think I need to go and spend any more money on another one anywhere else. So now we're over this side. We want to go to you, and we want to go to the milling machine like this. Now, that milling machine there, it's looking a little bit dull. And as I've designated Ducky's tractor for it, I think we will do this. So he's got class colors on it like that. I think that looks pretty good. We'll go with that. So we will buy that bad boy. Yes, okay. And then back again. Let's just come right out of there. Right. So there is the milling machine. I've no idea if this works, because I've not actually tried this one in FS19. FS15 and FS17, I used it in both series, and I used it a lot in both series. I love this beast. I really do. I absolutely love this thing. The model of it there is looking a little bit blocky, I think. So whether they've done like a rebuild of the model, because the one bit that I've noticed just then was the model is solid textures there. Rather than actually being open, that's solid textures on the inside of it, right in there. It's a solid sort of end to texture, which is unusual. And also, it does look quite blocky, this one. So whether it's been sort of redone from the ground up, rebuilt from the ground up, I don't really know. If it has, I'm hoping that means that it's not likely to be glitchy and horrible. Maybe it is. Maybe there is all sorts of problems with it, and this is going to absolutely, completely, and utterly break my game, and I will never be able to play Farming Simulator again. Kind of hoping it doesn't come to that, but you never know. Let's just grind to a halt right there, and then I can come over to here, and I should be able to open the silo. There we go. Fuel level 777,000 litres of silage. Let's go to you. And we'll go and get our trailer, and then we can fill that one up with silage, and then we can bring it back, and we can dump it into the mixed feeder. And then once we've got a full load in the mixed feeder thingy-majiggy, we can take that and we can dump it in for the cows, and that's going to keep the cows happy. I'm going to leave them without bedding at the moment so that we get a little bit more slurry from them. However, I would like to start getting pigs soon. And I'm thinking pigs have the straw, cows don't. So we won't do straw in for the cows, so there won't be manure coming from them. And personally, I don't actually like this. It's not something that I like, having it like that. I would much rather... Oops. Well, actually, I can just do it like that. I was thinking of doing it with the milling machine, but... no, I can just do it with this one instead, and that will pick silage up. Just like that. There, so we'll take that silage and we'll run it back in this way. And then I can change over to the milling machine on the front, and we can use that to load this trailer up. Well, I need to take covers off. There we go. Did you see the just slight movement of the milling machine just then? Doesn't seem to still be moving. I don't know if that's a good sign or a bad sign. Let's see. Unfold. I have unfolded it. Pipe in, lower, unfold. Right, well, it's working now. Okay, that's fine. So I'll bring you in here. And yes, you are loading into there. That is good. Well, that's weird. It's saying that it's got 100 silage and 2,000 silage. I think that's 100 silage in the milling machine rather than actually in the trailer behind us. It's working. That's the important thing. We can get this silage in here, and then we'll use a fermenting silo after this. We'll get rid of this one, and we'll put a fermenting silo down. We may very well end up putting the fermenting silo out here. It'll make life a lot easier for us to load it up from the fields. And then it's not very difficult to just go and get a trailer load from here and take it back. That's not going to be a problem for us, is it? So we are able to go and do that without any difficulty. This is loading up very nicely. It'll take 90,000 litres in here in total. It says 90,100. I'm assuming the 100 is the actual milling machine. And then the other is what's in... The 90,000 is what's in our trailer that we've got. So we'll let that run into there. There we go. Loading very nicely, I might add. It's reaching as well. It does have a reasonable reach on this mill. There, it gets to that point. Now I will come back and I will move into this other half like this, and I'm hoping that we will grab all of that lot as well. There we go. Seems, well, it seems to be working, sort of. It's grabbing most of it. Oh, there we go. Right, just needed to tidy up a little bit out by the entrance. It's a bit of a slow process, but I mean, it's 90,000 litres in a trailer load. It's not going to take us all that long to empty this one out. I mean, if you remember, it didn't take us all that long to fill the thing up in the first place, did it? It was a few runs, but there weren't that many. I was trying to get a course to work where it would come over and empty automatically, but ultimately we didn't get that working, did we? I'm hoping also that if we have a fermenting silo, we'll be able to get that working properly. So we will have all the options that we want for silage and fermenting and everything else that we could possibly need to keep all of our cows happy. And the idea, go big or go home, we're going to be wanting another cattle pen over there so that we have a lot of cows. I'm thinking that I would like somewhere along... Oh, that's full. That's why it's not getting any more in there. I'm thinking I'd like somewhere along the lines of... Right, why aren't you lifting up? Somewhere along the lines of 1,000 cows. Now, we get 450 in one large pen because of the Stevie mods. So 1,000 cows would mean that we would need 3 pens. So, I mean, yes, obviously, we will start off with filling 2 pens. Well, we'll start with 1 pen, and we'll sort of move from there. But I am liking the idea of trying to get at least 2 pens full and getting 900 cows. And doing something similar with the pigs. If we can get some big lots of numbers going, I think that would be quite cool. Now, why aren't you going to let me tip silage in here? How close have I got to get to be able to tip? This is going to tell me that I can't... Oh, it's because I don't have it selected. You've got to have the trailer selected to be able to tip. So we will dump that lot in there. I'm going to jump out in a minute, and I'm going to go over here and have a look. And... Well, that's about all we've got time for in today's episode, so we're going to go and take a little bit of a break. We need to chill out on the beach, relax, and build up some strength. So while we're doing that, if you've enjoyed the episode, then could you please head down below and give us a like? And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.